Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry. Welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually podcast. Y'all, today you're in for a treat. We have a very special guest with us today, Mrs. Carolyn Leak. Y'all, this woman, before we even came on, let me just tell y'all, she has uplifted me through her testimonies and sharing some of her stories with me. So y'all are in for a massive treat. Before we get into the interview, I want to give you guys just a bit of background and then we're going to get right to it, okay? Carolyn Leak is a highly skilled licensed financial professional specializing in strategic financial designs. She is sought after as a dedicated strategist and coach who enjoys helping others. And let me just say, y'all, she's got a gift for that. God has given her that. Her titles as mother, daughter, sister, aunt, and friend are roles she considers to be blessings bestowed upon her by God. Carolyn's mission goes beyond her professional expertise. She firmly believes in breaking the cycle that funnels our children into the prison system through the school system. Her commitment lies in positively impacting communities, providing them with a solid foundation for success. With a comprehensive approach, Carolyn works with families at every stage of life from birth to death. Y'all help me welcome Carolyn Leak to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I am so excited to have you. Y'all, she is one of the exit strategy group 5. I have been promoting the book, Design Your Wealth Mindset. Matter of fact, I'm going to put it on the screen while I talk about it here. Y'all, this book, if you have not gotten it yet, you need to get it. It is available on Amazon. There's also a digital copy that you can get from their website. It is in the banner that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And I wanted to do this series with the ladies, the 5 authors of this book, because it is written in such a way that everyone from the novice that's just starting out, trying to figure out how to get started with building a financial sound foundation, to the ones that consider themselves financially savvy, that can still learn something. All of these ladies have something wonderful to say and add, and I am honored to have Carolyn Leak with us this morning. And we're going to get right into the interview. Y'all, her chapter in the book is called Exiting the World of Procrastination. Now, listen, I know all of you out there, or a lot of you, honey, have suffered from this disease, I will say. But she has some tips to help us through that. So, Carolyn, in your chapter, you talk about procrastination, as I said, and it's something that so many of us are plagued with at times, to include your girl, Sherry. You mentioned that procrastination is often a symptom of deeper issues such as anxiety, perfectionism, or lack of motivation. And I want to open up with taking a deep dive in these emotions and how they tie to procrastination, because I found that really interesting.
Well, it's you know, I can only speak. I'm gonna talk about me, talk
Okay.
about myself, because hey, that was some people go through that and able to come out, and some of us are there for a minute. You
Yeah.
know, we stay there for a minute, and we got to figure out how we got there. And I was like, man, I wasn't like this when I was in my 20s, but I had to go back to look at some things transpiring and that happened in my life. I'm that go getter. I'm that go getter. I'm that woman who wants to learn more. Teach me how to do this. Teach me how to do that. I'm
Yes.
going to learn. And I just happened to meet someone, and that wasn't their mindset. That equally yoked thing we need to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when someone feeds into you that oh, that ain't gonna work, that ain't, it's that negativity, but you stay. And it becomes like your shield, your new clothing, your new wardrobe, because you wear it now. And it becomes like, I'm an overthinker.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do it? But I'm a perfectionist. I don't want to start something that I can't finish, right? Is it going to be perfect? And when you're an overthinker and you are trying to, you want it to be the best thing, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
When I do it, I want it to be best and the perfect, and it's never going to be perfect, but
Right.
you just want to do your best. And when you are an overthinker and you're a perfectionist, you freeze and you don't move. And in that midst of all of that, anxiety sets in, lack of confidence, not the motivation, because you're motivated to do, because you got this part of your brain working saying we can do it. You got this part of your brain saying, okay, can we? You got this part of your brain saying, oh, you're freaking out. And so you freeze and you don't move through all of that. You don't move. And in that process of not moving, your finance goes down. Opportunities that may knock at your door and hand deliver to you falls short. Now it's not messing with just your day to day. It's messing with your future,
Mm-hmm.
and that becomes a problem with our finances. I can do a job, yep, because I know the job structure. But if I'm going to build something and grow something outside of my job, I can't move. I'm afraid because I was told that I can't do it. It ain't gonna work, you know. And we keep living those memories,
Mm-hmm.
that event that happened, and it. I'm there for a month. I'm there for 5 years.
Right.
You in that procrastinationville. You in that. I stayed on Main Street. That was my home on Main Street, a procrastinationville, right? And
Right.
so, sometimes we don't know where we are. We just know we're somewhere treading water and that we're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
those are the things that it's not lazy. Procrastination is not lazy.
No.
It is a mental, oh, I won't say it is a emotional and mental thing that you either got to come out of because of that negative feed that was put in you. And
Mm-hmm.
then you started to wear that clothes, you start to wear that armor as if it was who you
Right.
are, and it's not.
Right.
And there's an internal you saying, I got to get out.
Yeah.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And nope, there it goes.
Right. 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 Well, yes, like I said, I too have been a sufferer of that. But you're right. It is something that is it's a lie you tell yourself. You can do it. And so I thought this was really good that you highlighted this in the book because it definitely can creep into the goals of what you want for yourself financially. So you
Yeah,
have to be proactive.
yeah.
Um, so my next question, you also mentioned Freud's concept of repression and this concept possibly applying to our relationship with money. Can you expound on the concept of repression?
This goes back to living in an event that constantly that have happened in your life. And I had an opportunity at one point to be part of this big financial, uh, put in your portion in it. You had a year, and can I do it? Wait until the last minute, come up with the money, and when I know I could have had it long time ago, it's an event. It's the same event that keeps recurring.
Mm-hmm.
And we constantly live it. It's that negativity. Is that again? I think at one point I told somebody it's like bathing in dirty water. You think
Mm,
you're clean and you're not. You're
yeah.
constantly standing there because you're living what people have thrown at you, that you can't do this, you can't do that, it's not gonna work, and I can, but you're fighting a battle. They're gone. They long gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer there. But what they left and what they deposited into you is still there. I need to tell parents, don't don't let no be your answer to everything your children asked of you.
Mm-hmm.
Allow them to figure it out. Allow them to go through the process, long as it's not going to cause them harm and hurt them and, put them in prison or whatever it may be. If it's going to be something that they have to learn it at an early age, to where you there to guide them when they go down, that you're there to pick them up, and a moment of learning, that's a coachable moment, that you coach them into, okay, what could you have done better? But if we start telling them, no, 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 that ain't going to work, no, 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 at an early age, guess what?
Yeah.
They'll be afraid to move when they get an adult.
Yeah.
And they'll constantly relive that. It didn't happen to me in my childhood, but it happened to me in a relationship. So those are the things that recurring, that can affect every aspect of our lives, especially our finances. So that's what reposition means, is coming back to that. We're constantly reliving that same event, and we can't get out of it.
Okay. Yeah. So that was part 2 of my question, was basically how you could tie that to a person's relationship with money. But I think you really answered that. Kind of being held back, believing those negative thoughts, and it keeping you stuck, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's quicksand.
Yes. Got to get out of that. Got to. So you also talk about the concept of the emotional shopper. And that's a fairly common concept. We use the term retail therapy, when in fact, is it therapy? I don't know. It's something that we do to feel better. So I think a lot of us do suffer from it. I have, and may not even be aware of it and its negative impact on our finances. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, that is, and it can be retail therapy. Let me not take that away from you, but it can be retail therapy if you are managing it properly.
Right.
It's not retail therapy when every time you go and you're in a mode, or you're in this emotion that, I'm just buy. I feel good when I buy. I feel good when I purchase things. And it could be clothing, it could be shoes, it could be food. There's an emotional eater. You eat when you are going through stuff. You're buying stuff when you look around like you got to throw it away because you can't eat this. It's gone bad. You just bought it for what reason? You went out and spent, $40 on food, and you brought it all back and you didn't eat it. So now you threw that $40 in the drain. Maybe $20 of it went to a waste. That's money that could have been building and growing. Or you buying, as I spoke with in the book, I think one person that I know had purchased, just buying clothes, just buying. She had about 20 pairs of black pants. 20 pairs of. She said she went through her closet, cleaning out her closet, and she had over 20 pairs of black pants. Wow. Several bags that was in her closet that still had the tags still in the bag. And she was like, why did I buy this? But it was a couple more black pants. But she had that, and it was just, so we go through those motions and spending money when we could have used that towards our retirement. We could have used that towards, our kids' college education, or we could have used that to build my vacation. She said the money that she calculated, it could have taken her and her husband on a nice vacation.
Yeah. That
right there tells you, you got, I'm a shoe girl. I love shoes. Again, I have to go in my closet and give away stuff. Why? Because I can't wear those, or I'm not wearing those. And if I keep them there, they're going to dry rot, right? And they're no good to nobody. So go ahead and give them away, or actually, try to go on Etsy and sell it, to try to recoup some of your money back. Yeah. But shopping is, if you can manage it, it's okay. Right. If you're using it, but we keep throwing that credit card, and we don't keep track of that credit card, So when time comes to pay, it's like, whoa, I'm over my limit. Whoa, I gotta, so now I'm paying high interest because I'm not paying it off. Right. Because I went too far. So we have to manage those things. Just because we're going through something and we feel, down. I know on Fridays and Saturdays, I'm a Home Depot kind of girl because I'm under construction.
Okay.
I, I look for bargains. Look for a bargain. Look for a
Right.
bargain. I don't feel bad for purchasing again a window. I'm under construction. A
Mhm.
window for $100 versus paying $400 for it. If I can find a bargain, I'm gonna find a bargain. But
Absolutely.
manage it. It's okay to manage, and I feel good when I purchase those things. But it's for a purpose. Um, but going out and shop, yes, it can be retail therapy. Yes, I love it. But manage it to where it
Manage it.
doesn't get out of hand, and those credit cards come due, and you can't pay them, and now you are in debt or having 11 to 12 credit cards, department stores and Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. All those are coming due. I've been there. Every credit card that West Farm Mall had in Connecticut, I had. I had them. I had them all.
Right.
And realized, like, whoa, I can't pay these off.
Yeah.
Like, what do I do? Now you're in that debt. So watch what you do. You don't need 15 credit cards.
No. No, you
You
don't.
don't need them.
No.
Just because they give them to you, don't take them. Don't take
No.
them.
No.
So, but yeah, manage those. As long as you can manage it, it's not a problem. But as an emotional, we go through those phases. We purchase. We do a lot
Hmm.
of purchasing, and yes, it feels good, but you're not even wearing what you purchased. It's in the back of your closet. You was trying to hide it from your husband or your mate, or you're trying to do something and just forgot or just threw it back there and said, I'll open the bag later. I know what I purchased, and
Right.
forget that bag is back there, and you continue to purchase that same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've been guilty.
But it's okay. It's
It's
okay.
okay. It's okay. And I like what you said, retail therapy is a thing, and it can be a positive, wonderful thing, but it's to be mindful. And it's also to do it when you can, not to go out, throw caution to the wind and just spend money you don't have. So I
Yeah,
concur.
if
Yes.
you definitely in that mode, that emotional mode, that's almost, they said, never go to the grocery store when you're hungry.
Yes.
Never go to the grocery store when you're hungry because you're gonna get, right. So you're buying the unnecessaries.
Uh-huh.
So that's the same thing. Never go when you're really in that space. When you're
Yes.
in that space, don't go shopping.
Don't go shopping.
Pull back
Yes.
until you can find out, how did I get here? What's wrong
Right.
with me today? What
Right.
happened to put
Yeah.
me here?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're in that space. You
Oh yeah.
know, before nobody else know that I'm in this space. If it means that you got to get out the house, get out the house. That means
Hmm.
get out the house and walk. Get out the house and go to the park.
Yes.
Calm yourself down first. And then,
Yes.
if you want a pair of shoes, you're planning on buying a pair of sneakers anyways, go get you a pair of sneakers. You're going to say, I'm going to run. I'm going to walk more,
Right.
when I'm in that space. Get some fresh air, get some vitamin D,
Right.
that'll help.
Right. Right. I agree. Find a healthy way to manage those emotions before you go out and spend money, and do it in the right mindset. So
All
once you
right.
get yourself together, yes, I
Right.
love that. Okay. You also talk about time management, and time management is paramount. As business owners like myself and you, or even maintaining your day to day task, when you conquer how to properly manage your time, you can achieve so much more. And you talk about Stephen Covey's priority matrix chart to help organize your goals. And I'm going to show this quadrant on the screen. But when you are kind of using this tool, you do it by asking yourself a few questions. Now, I'm going to share this on the screen, and then we're going to talk through it. Okay. All right. So, everyone, this is Stephen Covey's. He wrote the book Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. And this is a nice tool for those that struggle with managing their time. And Carolyn likes to, when organizing her goals, she asked these 4 questions. First, what's the value? How much should you contribute to this? How difficult is it? And how much time will this cost you? So, Carolyn, let's walk through this quadrant and talk through as if I'm your client. I'm coming for some help and I'm trying to organize my goals. And we're looking at this quadrant. And so, talk me through what that would look like.
So, here's the thing on you want to know the value, but the value comes at the end. So we want to, before we do anything, let's see what the size is. What's the difficulty? What's the size of this project? And I'm gonna use my house because I didn't think about that.
Okay.
How much time it's gonna? How much time? How big is the project? Do you have the tools to manage this project? When to start. So you want to know if you're in your finances. Okay, I want to save $1 million, right? I need $1 million. We get our financial independence number. What is that going to be during retirement, right?
Right.
And so we get that number. We know what it is. We calculate. I need $1 million for retirement. I'm going to retire in the next 20 years, 25 years. So we take that number. So it's going to say, well, okay, how long it's going to take me to get that? What do I need to start, right? What do I have to do? What business? Or is it going to be just my job? Or is it my business that we're going to get me there? I got a job and I got my business. And nothing wrong with having both, right?
That's right.
So you have to look at that. So what does that look like? And you have to write it out. What does it look like? It's not something I can jump right into, right? I'm going to use, again, like the house. I'm going to jump into it. Had no clue what I needed. I just jumped. Again, you have to know those values. You got to know what to avoid and the size of it, right? And then you ask yourself, well, what is the difficulty problem of this? It's like, am I overexerting myself? Or am I not, do I have the plan properly? Is the plan properly in place? And when I'm going to start, how it's going to look. So these are going to be, do I take small steps? That means that, okay, my job is going to pay my bills.
Right.
It's enough to pay my bills. I may have 20% of it saved. So 20% of my job, I need to put back and start saving that. Whatever that number looks like for you. Or my business is going to fund my retirement. How is that going to look? Or I'm going to invest. So you have to know those things right there before you before you make that plan, before you do any of these are things you have to ask yourself. And then you break them. That ain't even broken down yet. That is just something you start. And then you kind of break it down to where, all right, I got it. I need, this is what I need. Now, where do I put it? Right. Where am I going to invest that money?
Right.
Where is the bank going to give it to me? So I'm going to check my bank out. Okay. They ain't giving me enough money now. Then where do I go? And that's what we're here for, the extra strategists. So that's what we're here for, to help you get to that number. That's your number. We're going to help you get to that number. What do I need? And you start there. But you start small. Don't just, if you can jump, go ahead. If you got that, you won that lottery, you good.
Right.
You're not really good because, it's a story behind the lottery. You're going to be broke in 5 years. So you're not really good. You got a good start.
Yes.
Let's figure out how to build that. Let's figure out how to get that if that's what you have. And if you don't, like the rest of us, you have to start small.
Right.
And to where you have now managed, not even before you get to that fully to that retirement or fully to that $1 million that you want, you have to manage your debt. Manage that debt over here before we start. What do we need to pay off? What do we need to do? What do I need to catch up? What do I need to maintain? So all those things is setting a spending plan, a budget,
Okay.
another word for budget. You are
Right.
setting that in place there. And now you can see, you got a bigger picture because you asked yourself these questions. You took these steps to get to that point. And now, okay, I got enough. I looked at my debt, we figured it out. And now I have $700 to work with because
Hmm.
we're not emotionally shopping.
Right.
We're
Right.
not,
We got rid of
and
that.
we're not spending unnecessary. We've
Hmm.
taken off all of those unnecessary layers of dysfunction, that the procrastination. We're stepping out of that journey, out of that space. Now we can see better. Now we can think it through, and you see that. So now I got $700 a month. We're going to invest and put it to where there's tax advantage and mitigating those taxes, to where when you walk out the door of your job, or when you replace that job with your business, that you know now that you are selling in the right direction. You're not
Hmm.
in this area, you're not on that journey by yourself. I mean, there's times in this process that you will fall. uh,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
but it is to get out of the procrastination. These are things that you have to do, and they're small steps. It's no giant step. We
Right.
giant step, we lose our balance. It's
Hmm.
small steps, and every small win, meaning that I was able to clear my debt. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm good. Yes, this week, this month, I didn't spend excessively. Yes, you
It.
cross those off. Those are small wins, right? But
Right.
every win is a win towards your goal. It's a win towards you clearing the path to where now you can see it's not cluttered with all the unnecessaries, right? It's not cluttered with all those past events. But you got to get through that for us. You got to work your way through it, and it's not easy because if you've been there as long as I've been in that veil, it's not easy,
It's
but
not.
it's necessary. If
Hmm.
you're going to achieve anything, it is necessary that you start. And there's no one place to start. I should have started here. I should no. Today is your start day, right? Today is
Right.
the day that you actually push it aside and say no more.
It.
I've been here too long. No more. So now you have that goal. Now you can achieve that goal. Now you have a path, and you can see yourself clear. But only by the grace of God, that whomever you have faith in, you believe in, put that trust there and keep moving, and not allow the negativity to circumvent themselves back into your life, right? Don't
Right.
do it. It's
Absolutely.
it's easy said than done, but that's okay. If you fail today, you got tomorrow to pick yourself up. If you didn't
Yeah.
do what you planned to do today, then guess what? You got 3 o'clock. You didn't do what you were supposed to do at 10. This is 2:30. Okay, let's do it now.
Yes.
So go ahead. It's never too late to start where you are. It is
I love
just
that.
it's just you, it's your motivation to move forward.
Yes. Yes. I like that. I like that a lot, y'all. So start today. Like Carolyn said, start today. I mean, don't put it off anymore. And I love what you said about it's the small, steady steps that can get you there. And
Hmm.
sometimes we get so overwhelmed with thinking, "Oh gosh, I got only this amount of time. I need to be there by now. I should be here, and I'm not." I love, and this is why it's so important to have a financial specialist work with you, because sometime left at our own devices, the world clouds us with where the world tells us we should be, or how it should look, and
Hmm.
everybody has their own individual journey to get there. And I
Exactly.
think it's important to have a financial specialist to help you get there, such as Carolyn and the ladies of the Exit Strategy Group 5. So I love that. I hope you guys are taking notes while we're going through this. That was good stuff. Okay, now getting to this, because we just said that. So let's talk about the benefits of seeking professional help in addressing your financial goals. such as, like I said, the exit strategist. Why
Mhm.
do you think, in your experience, people are so hesitant to solicit help when they're struggling?
They're afraid to be judged.
Mm.
That's the main thing. It's almost like when you're calling a cleaning service to come clean your house. What you
I
gonna
know
do
what
first?
you're gonna say.
You about to clean
You're
your
gonna
house
clean,
first before
right?
they show up. I can't let them think I'm just dirty and nasty. I can't let them think that I got clothes piled up. Girl, I need to go and fold your clothes. No, you're gonna clean your house
That's
before
right.
they get there
Yep.
because you're so afraid to be judged,
That's
right?
true.
And that's the biggest thing. Finances is a very intimate thing, and um, it's an intimate part of your life because now you feel like you're vulnerable and people see where you are, how much debt you got. You may be having a job that's six figures, but you know you are broke. You have debt. What they say, you may have $10,000 a month, but you got more month than money.
Mm-hmm.
you know and it's easy to slip away. I mean, I had a client to say, Carolyn, I make money. I know I make money. She said, but I'm broke at the end of the month. I'm borrowing money for the end of the month. And it was just a simple task, two question. Do you buy grocery? She said, yeah, I buy grocery. And her two kids are out of the house, but she buy grocery. I said, okay, well, do you cook? She said, yes. My family and I do every other Sunday. We take a Sunday, and I said, okay. Um, do you eat out? She went silent on the other line. I said, okay. I said, so you eat out? I said, how often? And she said, well, it can be 3 or 4 times a day. I said, well, 3 or 4 times. She said, yeah, breakfast, lunch, and I may grab something before I get home. And then I said, okay. I said 3 times. I said, that's anywhere between about $10 to $12. But when I calculated it, she was spending, I think it was about over $1,000 a month.
Wow. Wow.
That was eating out.
Wow.
That wasn't the groceries. That was just eating out. I said,
Mm-hmm.
but you cooking, you buying groceries. I said, that's where your money is going.
Yeah.
Or another client, you're Uber eating. And her bill was two kids, her mom and her. That was about $1,500 a month. When you calculate it up, and I had her just, if you can, I said, go back and just sit down with me and let's go over, look at your credit card and let's go over this. And when she looked down, it came out to be over $1,500 a month.
Goodness.
So it's simple things like that. But it's not for us we're not here to judge. It's a safe
Right.
place. Here's what I need you to understand. When you're with us, it's a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
There is no judgment because we all can speak to this because we've all been there. You know,
Right.
that thing. What's that say? Statement. You gotta fake the funk until you make it. Fake it
Yep.
until you make it. As Morgana said, you looking good, but are you living? Are you living
Mhm.
good? You gotta
Right.
look good, but are you living well?
That's
You know.
right.
So I look like $1,000,000, but my bank accounts is crying, right? So
Right.
so that's I mean, definitely get the book so you can see. I, and in every aspect of those in our book, Design Your Wealth Mindset, there is somebody you fit. I fit in all of them. We've all been there. We fit into all of those people because we've been there, and we only speak into what we know and how to get out of there, how
Yeah.
to get out that position. So we're not in a judging. This is never going to be a judgmental zone. This is that zone where you can come in and just lay it out.
Mm-hmm.
You just put it out. Hey, here's where I'm at, and here's what I'm trying to get, and we're here to put a strategy together just for you. Now, your strategy that your grandfather, your cousin, or your neighbor used, it's not the strategy for you because y'all don't have the same goals,
Yep.
right? And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but This is a judgmental zone, and we are fitting it just for you. This strategy will be just for you. It's going to give you what you ask for, not what I, but what you ask for, and we're going to help you with that. So there's no time limit. Is today. You know, a 26-year-old. I just started helping him because he has no goals and he making money, but he don't know what he was saving money for. So he's in the beginning stage of his life. So
Right.
again, but then again, there's another 48-year-old that I'm talking to. So it doesn't matter where you are, what age you are. The time is now for you.
That's
Start.
right.
You don't
That's
have to
right.
because you didn't start when you was 20 or 30. You know, you could be 56 and just not starting. Why? We can help you get where you need. So it's not an issue. It is just you are willing. Read the book. We got a workbook out there as well. Go to our website and read the book. And when you are ready and ready to elevate to that next level to get where you want to go, we're here for you. We want you to, I feel like here's my biggest thing is building our community. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one family at a time. And you are that one family, you
Right.
know, building that community. And our community is not just where we lay our head. Our
Right.
community is our church. Our community is our circle of friends. Our community is our schools, our jobs. Those are our community. Who we spend our time with the most is your community. And when you start building that community, you look around and what can't you do? You don't
Absolutely.
have to worry about who in office. You already got it
That's it.
going. Come on now.
That's it.
Come on.
That's it. Absolutely. Well, y'all, you have been given some amazing tips and things to think about. I'm going to put the book back here. If you, again, like I've told you, if you have not gotten the book yet, you need to get this book. There is something in there for everyone at every walk of your journey in trying to reach your financial goals. So, at this point, what I would like for you to do, Carolyn, is to please let our viewers know where they can find you. I do have on the banner, as you guys are seeing it, scroll through, go to the website, exitstrategy5.com. And then I'm going to let you plug what you have going on, where we can find you, what you'd like to share with us.
Well, right now it's I am where you can find me. I'm at CK Family Matters on Facebook. CK Family Matters also on Instagram. I post a lot. My website is ckfamilymattersllc.com. You can go out there. We're on the construction right now, but we're getting the website back up. More contents there. Um, this chapter is in this book. We're all expanding on that. To our next one. It's not in the works, but we're talking about it.
Great.
The workbook is also there for classes where we can come to you with a group of friends if you have wanting to help them. We are here for you to come and do that one-on-one with you guys. Businesses who looking for giving their employees other options, to have that one-on-one connection. It's not just you got somebody out there that's gonna invest for you. You have a person who's walking you through this. We're holding your hand through the whole process. So you're not by yourself. You're not in this by yourself. You are in this with a team. You're with someone who wants to see you grow. And that's where the biggest thing is. What you want is what we want for you, is to see you grow to where you have that foundation. And now you're building generational wealth, not just for you. It's for generations to come, for those great grandbabies that thank you
Mm-hmm.
for actually thinking to do this for me now that we have it. It's not just for this present, it is for the future. And that's what we need to start to hone in. If Wall Street was back in the day, Black Wall Street was back in the day in
Yes,
Ohio, why can't we do it now?
we
With more
can.
technology, we can. So let's get together. It's not all about what he got, she got, it's what we got going on. Let's do that because if they did it then, we definitely sure can do it now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Carolyn. You have given us so many wonderful things to think about and implement. Y'all, like I said, start today. Start today. Reach out to Carolyn or any of the members of the Exit Strategy group. They are here to help. Non-judgment zone. Just wherever you're at, let them help you. Let them help you. So, again, thank you so much for being with us today. You
Thank you.
guys, take advantage. Follow her on her socials and keep getting those gems. Thank you guys for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed, blessed day.